Lara was only 12 when life first taught her what cruelty felt like. She was a quiet girl, thin, soft-spoken, and always lost in her own world. At school, she'd sit alone, sketching mountains, soldiers, and flags in a notebook. She dreamed of becoming a soldier one day, but her classmates found her dream funny. Every morning, as she walked through the school gate, a group of kids would laugh at her. "Look at her! She can't even lift her own bag. How will she carry a gun? You? A soldier?" "Stop dreaming." Their words stung. They followed her in the corridors, mocking her walk, her clothes, even her silence. Lara wanted to scream, but she never did. She just quietly endured it, believing that one day she would prove them all wrong. At home, her father, a retired army mechanic, would often find her wiping away tears. "Lara," he'd say, placing a hand on her shoulder, "the world only respects strength. Not muscle strength, but heart strength." Those words stayed with her, becoming a quiet fire inside her. By the time Lara finished school, she was determined to turn her pain into power. While her old classmates chased fancy jobs and glamorous lives, Lara applied to the Army recruitment program. Everyone was shocked. "You won't survive 1 week," her old bullies taunted. "The training will break you." But Lara didn't reply. She simply packed her bag and left for the training camp, leaving their laughter behind her. The first week of training was a battlefield of its own. Early mornings, harsh exercises, heavy backpacks running for miles. Lara struggled badly. Many recruits laughed behind her back. "She's too slow. She quit soon. She's just not built for this." Every evening, when her legs shook and her hands burned, Lara remembered her father's words. And the kids who mocked her. Instead of quitting, she pushed harder. She started waking up earlier than everyone else, training alone in the pre-dawn darkness. She practiced shooting until her arms ached, and ran extra laps long after others had stopped for the day. Slowly, her body changed. Her speed improved, her aim sharpened, and her confidence began to rise. The turning point came one hot afternoon. The recruits faced their biggest test, the endurance course, a brutal trial known for eliminating the weak. It involved muddy trenches, 10-foot walls, barbed wire, and a long sprint at the end. Halfway through, many trainees collapsed from exhaustion. Even the strongest boys struggled. But Lara kept moving, crawling through the thick mud, climbing the wall with scraped fingers, and rolling under wires that tore her sleeves. Her breath was heavy, her face was covered in dirt, but her spirit did not break. When she reached the final sprint, she told herself, "This is for every bully who said I couldn't." She ran like lightning. And to everyone's shock, Lara finished the course first. Even the instructors stared at her, impressed. The same recruits who had mocked her just weeks earlier now clapped for her. That day, Lara realized something powerful. She had crossed the line not just on the course, but also the line that separated her past from her future. Months passed. Lara continued to improve, outperforming even the toughest recruits. She became the fastest runner, the most accurate shooter, and the most disciplined trainee. Her instructors often used her as an example. "If Lara can do it, why can't you?" Those words filled her with a quiet, deep pride. When graduation day arrived, the ceremony hall was filled with families. Lara stood straight and tall, wearing her crisp uniform. She looked strong, completely unrecognizable from the timid girl she once was. When the commander announced the award for Best Soldier of the Training Unit, Lara held her breath. And then she heard her name. Years later, Lara grew into one of the toughest and most respected soldiers in her battalion. She led rescue missions, trained new recruits, and inspired countless girls who thought they were too weak to dream big. One day, she was invited back to her old school as a guest speaker. Standing on the very stage where she was once mocked, Lara smiled and said, "I wasn't the strongest. I wasn't the fastest. I wasn't confident. But I learned one thing: your past doesn't decide your future. Your courage does. If the world underestimates you, let it. Just don't underestimate yourself." The auditorium was silent for a moment. Then it erupted in applause. Lara walked off the stage with her head held high. The girl who was once mocked had become a symbol of strength, and she never looked back again.